What's up, everybody? I'm Phoenix, aka Brand. This is episode 169 of the Anime Dojo. I'm alongside Chris this evening. Chris, how are you doing?
I'm hanging in there, buddy. How about you?
Doing well, can't complain. We're in the, as they say, the dead heat of summer officially. We are at the point where most of the country's hot. So try to stay cool out there. We are going to get through more of this anime season, which is also heating up per se. A lot of good episodes. We're going to do episode 3 of Cat the Cat and the Dragon and episode 3 of Draw This Then Die. And then we're going to also talk about a couple things. 2027, according to some reports, anime list for that year looks insane. Then we'll do the chart from Reddit and Anime Corner for week 3 for both those weeks. And we're talking about one thing that's dealing with One Piece. And the One Piece thing is kind of the bigger topic at the end before we get into the chart, so we'll do that kind of last. But let's start off with this. The 2027 anime season is kind of crazy because I think they've ultimately kind of gone nuts. Because if you look at this list, this is from Anime Spirit News, and there's a lot of real reliable sources, but season 3 of MASH. Others hide your feelings in Russian, season 2. Shangri-La Frontiers, season 3. The Apothecary Diaries, season 3. Season 3, part 2, excuse me, because I think they split season 3 into 2 parts. JJK is coming back. See, that'll be season 4. We're getting a new movie for. I don't think I've heard of this. There's like some new air anime on here that we haven't heard about yet. We're also getting Danadon season. That will be season 3. Delicious in Dungeon. That will be their season 2.
Yes.
One Punch Man season 3, part 2. Chainsaw Man season 2 for them. Lord of Mysteries will come back. That's their season 2. We're also getting Medalist, new movie. Gate is getting a season 2.
Gate?
It's a newer anime. It came out a couple of years ago.
That's what I'm saying. I'm Gate. Like, come on, like, if that's the Gate that I'm thinking of,
It's the older show. I think you know. Yeah, if you see the picture in the group in our group thing, it's the older. I know the show. Yeah, I've seen it before. Sakamoto Days, Shield Hero season 5. Sakamoto Days season 2. We're getting the soccer anime that's going to have a movie and a special in 2027. We're getting Kachabari. That's how you say that. That's that new anime series that's been hyped up for a long time. Solo Leveling, Demon Slayer, One Piece, Herein. That's all of them so far. But like, I want to ask this question, but I don't know how to ask it. But Chris, 2026 was already hype enough. What are we doing for 2027? Like, what is 2027 going to be then? Because like 2027 is just kind of insane.
it sounds like they're trying to keep the same hype as this year, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because this year we had a lot of good stuff come out this year, especially this season. This season is pretty good.
Yeah.
And like, if some of these aren't coming out till this time next season, that's probably why they're comparing it. I mean, when you look at them, it's a lot of similarities between this season and what they're saying coming out next year. Like a few of them, I'm kind of looking forward to. I hate that I gotta wait till next year, but I mean,
are we loading? Or you think they're gonna do like they did with this season, where spring and summer were backloaded with a bunch of major stuff, and then winter and fall were kind of not bad, but okay. In the sense, like, they kind of had a couple good things, but then they had a few. They could do more new things if they wanted to. They could try new things out, or they could ultimately put the projects that we're not going to do as well or not as hype in the fall and winter, kind of give you something. And then you're spring and summer was here's everything that's big, good, and then here's some sleeper hits that are actually going to probably get balanced out against the bigger things.
Like, if this year is to be an example of that, I would say that, like, between the winter season was strong.
Okay.
It did get a little bit weakened during the spring, but it bounced back here in the summer. And so really what's going to tell it for me that's going to continue it on after that is whatever we got coming out next fall, or I mean this coming fall season. Which is kind of scares me because we haven't seen a lot of ads or a lot of stuff advertised was coming out next season.
Okay. Do you think that's... Ooh. Okay. Do you think that's a good or bad thing? We haven't seen all that yet.
In my experience, that's usually a bad thing. But you never know, though. I'm hoping it's not, but yeah.
When you say we're not seeing a lot of ads, do you mean like in the past we would see, give or take, a couple things from the next season already advertised as the current season is going on, but this time around we're getting little nothing of that? Maybe what you're trying to get at?
Well, yeah, like maybe you're right because it is kind of early in the summer season. But normally at the beginning of the summer season, you start seeing ads about the fall season almost immediately. So maybe they just haven't popped up for me. I'm sure the algorithm hears me talking and it's like, oh, then we better start showing it. But still, the fact that you haven't, not knowing what the time of season it is, I'm still calling you out for it. You know what I mean?
Well, and I also think too, there is a kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? There is kind of like a thing this year that's kind of not helpful. That it wasn't bad. It didn't hurt it. Didn't help. But we just finished the World Cup as a Sunday. So now we're getting back to regular scheduled programming for most of the world. And even most of Japan probably is getting back to regular scheduled programming. As that now we're going to fall back into normalcy and all that kind of stuff. So I'm wondering if that kind of... You had stuff ready to go, but you waited until the World Cup finished before you could. We're kind of early. We're still in the phase of doing it. It's not like we're out of any problem with it, but I think it's kind of like, okay, if we are going to see it, we're going to see it by week 5, maybe week 6, give or take, and we'll start seeing that information pop out. Because there was also the announcement, is it Jump Fest this year is in December? Late December, I think. December like 12th. It's early time this year. So like that's also kind of coinciding with the fact that we're getting that announcement pretty quickly. Let me look.
I'm anxious to see what you're gonna pull up too, because I mean we always get different results whenever we start looking at stuff,
Jump Fest 2026 will be held December 20th and 21st. So 4 days before Christmas.
Where at?
Chernobyl. No, that's it. No, CHIBA Japan.
Shiba.
I think it's Shiba. It's a massive that convention out there. I know that we're talking about. So, and we are getting like so. Basically, on some of the big announcements, according to Google, what they think we're gonna get is like the Chainsaw announcement. We're gonna get JJK announcement, the One Piece stuff, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. There's things that they've already think we're gonna get, and I that could also be why we're not gonna see a lot of stuff right away. Because if we're having Jump Fest, unless at the end of the year, Jump Fest is the first time where you'll tease Chainsaw Man, you'll tease JJK, you'll tease Math, you'll tease Soul Leveling. What you show us is gonna be different, but you never know. That could be the first time you really show off trailers and things. But I think the thing we've noticed when they put out these lists pretty heavily, we already knew a lot of these shows were coming out in 2027, if I'm correctly, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them a lot of the big ones were already kind of confirmed. We were the one that got confirmed super quickly, and it's just funny because it wasn't really going to be. We kind of knew it wasn't going to get confirmed quickly, but it kind of was already. It wasn't guaranteed. Was Solo Leveling at Anime Expo when they said they're doing the movie. So that got confirmed very quickly with that teaser trailer. So now, do we actually see part of the movie at Jump Fest? Or does the movie come out before, or like right after, within that like January, February after Jump Fest? So that's gonna be really interesting because we don't have a release date for that movie. We just know it's coming.
I mean, we know it's coming, but we also know things can change too. Because there was a lot of expectation of shows that were supposed to come out this year, like just one of those honorable mentions being High School DxD. I remember they was talking about they were going to come back, and hey, we hadn't heard a peep. So, but maybe that was just fan talk.
True. I also feel like too, if that's fan talk, then I'm not. I'll take it with a grain of salt. I'm technically taking this report with a grain of salt. Because this report isn't guaranteed to be fully true because things can move. Like I feel like that's going to be also a thing. We need hard release dates, and those hard release dates aren't really going to be shown off until they have to be. So there's no guarantee we half the stuff in that list. Most of the big ones I think you get JJK, we get Soul Leveling, Apothecary Diary that's guaranteed, Just Done that's guaranteed. There's a couple of guarantees you have in there. Some of that new stuff, not always. That you're probably gonna get a few of those things, but also time wise, where they're gonna land. I'm gonna ask this question because we've kind of been through this question before, but it's a question we should ask again. Do you think we should just get rid of the seasonal model at this point? Because I know it's funny because One Piece went the opposite route. They were going week by week, and then they switched to a seasonal model.
But firstly, I would love shows that stay continuous from start to finish. Shows that, to me, that is my thing. I can care less if you go week to week, but let me see a show from start to finish. I don't care about a season 1 or a season 2. I would rather see a show from start to finish, week to week, if that was the business model. However, and this happens to me too, we get a shorter and shorter attention spans. It's like I almost would rather binge a show too, just as much. So when it comes to which one I would rather see, take me the one that's spread out over a year, but at least you give me nonstop episodes. But I'm not opposed to all of them coming out at the same time.
Okay. Hey Deon, hope you're doing well. We were kind of going through a couple things. We're talking about this list that came out from the Anime Spirit Instagram page that they posted about all these 2027 animes that are going to come out. And I kind of asked Chris the question. I'll put it to you in a second. But what I asked Chris was like, do you want to see them get away from the seasonal model? Like One Piece was going week by week, and then they went to the seasonal model. Or do you think there's a way, and I should have rephrased the question better, Chris. When I say get away from the seasonal model, I mean more or less, should we just scrap the seasonal model altogether and let the animes come out when they're ready? In the sense that there's no summer season anymore. There's no spring season anymore. There's no winter season anymore. They're just going to come out when they're ready and when the hype is there.
That's nice and all, but that would probably be utter chaos. Can you imagine like the episode 1 of the show starts in February, but then like another season 1 show starts 2 weeks after? You know what I mean? Like you would never know what episode you're on whatever show unless you're specifically keeping up with that show.
Okay. Deon, what were you about to say? I thought you kind of popped in there for a second.
So, wait, what happened?
Oh no. So the
Do
question,
I think we should go away from the season?
yeah, should we go? Like I was saying, asking Chris, because all these 2027, all these anime are like teased come out in 2027. Should we kind of get rid of
I think the
spring
season
season?
model is fine.
Okay.
I think having the seasons is fine because they still kind of come out whenever they want to within that season. Like they don't all just drop the day of season, the spring season. Like they'll drop when they're ready. Still within that season. So like if an anime is ready by July 4th, it may drop in the summer season, but that doesn't stop when it's not ready until July 15th from dropping on the 15th. It's just I think we just categorize them as seasons now because it's easier to compartmentalize things. As long as we're not holding back stuff like, oh yeah, I don't want this to drop until winter 2027, even though it's ready. Like then having seasons is fine. I just think drop everything. Just binge.
Do you, on that point, then, do you feel like, because the other thing with this, I feel like, and before you got on, me and Chris can also touch this too. Like this year, the winter season was kind of for 2026 was kind of or winter season was okay. Okay, fall was kind of and then spring was kind of like in between, where it's like okay, there was a good couple things, but there weren't great things. And the summer season has kicked off with, as I think Chris put it, if I remind the people as you're listening, 19 different things you're trying to follow, Chris, at right now.
That list has already shortened down to maybe about 16, but yeah.
Still big, still big.
Yeah, 16 is still a lot.
So my question is, how do you? I think more for Deon because Deon can probably say that, probably explain this better. How do you make all the seasons feel like they're worth watching?
Make better anime. No one expects for the anime to flop that comes out in the season. It's not like they're releasing the good stuff on purpose through this season. Um, if that was the case, then Demon Slayer wouldn't have been released in the winter season when it was, and you know Bleach wouldn't have been released when it was. We still get good stuff that drop. The problem is we're expecting things to be good that's trash. And so we're expecting for the winter season to be good because we're seeing things and they're like, oh, that's supposed to be great. And then it flops.
Okay.
And then, of course, when our heavy hitters come out all together in a group, or we get a season like this season where a lot of the heavy hitters coming out, but a lot of the sleepers are good as well. Like then, yeah, this season's going to be great, but that's not fault for the seasons. That's fault for the anime developers. Like you can't say that last season was trash because it was the spring season. It was trash because the anime was trash.
Mm, okay. Okay. I I feel that. I will say there's one thing I kind of feel like we'll probably end up changing this over time. And y'all kind of see it. I think it's the fact that you brought up a good point, Dion. It's the animes and how they're made, and also like this season we're getting a lot of sleepers. There's sleepers galore this season. There are so many sleepers to count. I couldn't tell you the top five. Like my top five sleepers right now because there's too many to give you my opinion on. But like I've said before, and I'll say it again. There's a
Villager Lever
balance.
999 heavy nine. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I know what you're trying to do there. But there, I get like legitimately, I could tell you five, but that five could change the next time you hear from me. That's literally the problem with this season. At the same point, I feel like I said before, like I've said many times, you need to have your big heavy hitters, but you need to still have your B and C level anime that keep people engaged with your big heavy hitters, but still have something in the back of the wall. Yes, all your B and C anime aren't going to do as well across the board, but they'll do well enough to keep people engaged. And I feel like with this season, that's the one thing they did. We have a couple A level things: slime, jobless. Um, those are two bigger ones, but there's also a couple other ones in there as well. But then you also still have your stuff like Filter Look 599. You have stuff like Violent Faces. You have stuff like, in my case, young ladies don't play fighting games. You have stuff like the Cat and the Dragon, which we'll watch episode 39. You have stuff Draw This and Die. Even though Draw This and Die is not like amazing, it's still there. I don't know. It's a question because I think if we're gonna have a banger 2026 and we're gonna have another banger 2027, are we spoiled too much with having too good a season before going? And I'm gonna ask both of y'all. I'll start with Chris. Do you think we're gonna be spoiled too much to have a really strong 2026? And the prospect right now is we're gonna have a really strong 2027.
I do not think we're going to be that spoiled, bro. Only because I feel like we were kind of spoiled this year. Now, I mean, of course, that's up for debate, but still, you would still be hard pressed to say that we did not have an access to good shows this year. I mean, come on, Bleach is coming back.
Yeah, Bleach is coming.
Now, the real question: when is Dragon Ball Z coming back?
I know that's on that list too. That was on that list. I think that was on the list, but it has been teased a bunch that was coming back. Same question to you, Deon. Do you kind of feel like we've overspoiled? We've been spoiled this season. Do you think being spoiled for next season, spoiled for next year, is going to be like a little too much, or is it just going to be a trend now where every season every year we're just going to have a bunch of bangers for the next couple of years because we have?
I mean, I don't think we're spoiled. I mean, let me rephrase that. Yes, we're spoiled. Everybody's spoiled, but it's not because of this season or last season or this year's turned out to be great. It's spoiled because our expectations have risen so much with the last 5 years of anime. We used to be in this world where we would be content with whatever was released. Now, within the last 5 years or so, we're actually starting to grow as a community, and we're expecting the production value to grow. We're expecting the story content to grow, and so we're not just settling anymore. So with the next year, we're expecting for more growth. I wouldn't necessarily call that being spoiled. But yeah, we kind of want things to be better, especially now with everything being commercialized and westernized and, being whatever. I'll get on that later. But
No. No. Because you do that, say it. Because you started that. So you started that sentence. Finish that sentence.
it's like
I am not letting you do that.
okay. So with the way that the world is taking anime right now, not just Japan itself, because they kind of have stayed consistent with how they treat anime, but the rest of the world, we've latched on to it so much that we've kind of made it a hot commodity. Everybody wants something, everybody needs something. And so it's turned into a product more than it is a treasure. And it used to be a treasure. It used to be, oh man, this anime is so good. I don't really want it to be, tarnished or moved, and I want the value to stay. And the manga was so good. I want the manga to hit where the anime hits. And now it's just like, oh, let's just push everything out as fast as possible, as good as possible to get the masses to love it. Let's do whatever we can to make it as big as we can, as soon as we can, and make as much money from it as we can. And with that, devalues everything else that can be good. The reason why we have so many sleepers, is because they just don't have a bigger marketing budget. It's not that the anime isn't good; it's just that their marketing budget isn't as good as everyone else's. You know, we went from making an anime good to only going after the commercialized anime. Slime wasn't publicized. Slime was good because it was good. Demon Slayer was good because it was good. Nowadays, oh, if it doesn't have a big marketing budget like Solo Leveling, then we're not gonna watch it. And
And
it's like it's annoying because I'm watching great anime and the ones that were great are now becoming a cash grab, and it's so annoying as a true fan. Like we're treating anime like
hold
cereal
on,
brand.
hold that thought. You did the thing for me, and I thank you. He's rolling right into the next thing I want to talk about. You said you brought it up. I'm sorry. We're doing this now. We were talking about something else, but we're doing this now.
You
One
want to
Piece.
do this now, bro?
One Piece. One Piece put out a trailer alongside Lego to make a cartoon for One Piece. Honestly, I could go down a list of stuff One Piece has done this year, and you would probably be like, that's not that bad. They're continuing the main anime. The main anime is still continuing. We have the live action. We have their remake without all the filler. They're also, I think at one point, they're going to also do another version of the anime where it has better visual or something. I remember they talked about that. Now you're doing this. I, mm, yeah, I can't be surprised, but I can't be annoyed. But funny, you brought it up, Deon, because you brought up the fact that they commercialized it and now have made a bunch of money off it, like they're doing with Soul Leveling, like they've done in the past with something like Demon Slayer, but Demon Slayer did it the right way. And I'm going to ask this question very simply to you, Deon. You can take it however you want from that point on. I'll let you continue from that point. No, then I'll ask Chris. Has One Piece got overexposed?
Overexposed? No,
In this, ooh,
not at
okay,
all.
okay,
The
explain.
exposure is great. Has it got over commercialized? Yes. Over marketed? Yes. Over perverted? Over projected? Over extended? Over separated? Yeah. Yeah, we're there. We're there. It's no more One Piece, the anime. One Piece is now just a brand. One Piece has become a brand. They have different ventures, different avenues. How it's the separation of culture that One Piece now brings that annoys me the most. I bring this up with people and I call it the Teen Titans Go effect. You take something so good, something that has heart and value and morals and just that core spirit of what you would call an anime, and then you break it and and you destroy the core and you break it into a million different pieces and you say, oh, well, you didn't like this, so okay, we'll change it so that you can like this. Oh, you didn't like that, so we'll change it so that you can like that. Oh, wait, no, don't leave us. You didn't like that, so we'll change it again so that you can like. How do you have the original show still going and change it 6 times to venture into 6 different categories? It's no longer an anime.
I, I'm sorry because I feel bad. I'm gonna break your heart a little bit more, and I feel like I don't want to do this, but I have to because I did explain this to people. It's the first trailer for the Lego One Piece special, released on September 29th on Netflix, and that's the part that's gonna break your heart.
Oh yeah, I already know it's Netflix. I already know it's Netflix. Netflix is Kellogg's right now. Netflix is like you took it and you and I know what people are gonna say, and I know a lot of people are gonna hit me over the head with this. Hey, listen. I understand that Oda is still a part of the project. I do. I really, really do. But let's understand this too, that no matter what Oda originally wanted the show to be, no matter what his heart truly desires, great. Oda is still the GOAT. Don't get me wrong. He is. But that doesn't mean that the vision we fell in love with isn't still different than the vision he wanted. He gave us a product. If he wanted this to be Tiny Toon Adventures, it should have been Tiny Toon Adventures from the beginning. And then we could have showed what we loved about that. But you give us something, and then you spit in our faces. You spit in the true fans' faces. You make us watch thousands of episodes of what you now call crap and say, you know what? I'm going to just rewrite it so that people don't have to go through all that like y'all did. I'm going to just retell the story in a better way. So you gain millions of fans and say, oh, yeah, it can be better. You, is this Yellow Rain? What do you mean? And then you take it and you make this anime that has all this controversy already, and you turn it into little freaking yellow bricks. It was one thing to do Harry Potter, then you did Batman, and people loved it. So now you want to do everything else? Bro, it's one thing to have something. I know people are gonna say, "Well, Gear 5 is already cartoony. It is supposed to be taken after like Tom and Jerry and like slapstick cartoons." And to have something made that has like a symbolism of something is cool. Teen Titans had the symbolism of anime. It was still a cartoon, but we loved it because it had that anime feel to it. This was still an anime, but we loved it because it had like cartoonish feels to it and it was funny. But now you take the entire thing and you make it goofy like that. Now you want to tell me that I'm still supposed to go through Ennis Lobby and feel the same things I'm supposed to feel with this. I'm supposed to watch characters that I loved and grew with and get hurt, and I'm supposed to respect that while they're little freaking brick men. You're telling me that I'm supposed to rewatch this again because you remade it and it's not gonna have the backfiller into it. It's not gonna have the backstory. It's not gonna have the long, lengthy episodes that have nothing to do with the main story, but it still builds the characters that you know and love and give you the respect for certain characters. You're telling me that you're gonna take that all out and I'm still supposed to watch it and enjoy Zoro for who he is and enjoy Chopper for who he is, even though I don't get to see him do certain things anymore. Although we
I'll
can
let
watch them go through the cry and
I let you
whoo,
go. I let you go because I was like, I knew
I'm
this
back.
girl
You
was
know
gonna.
I can stick on this.
No, you're
Oh,
fine. You're good. You're
yeah.
good. I want to let you go because I know this kind of hurt you. And I'm gonna ask Chris. I'm gonna ask you this before I get something. Before I say something, what do you think about all this? By the way, it's not a full season. That is one thing I will clarify. It's a special.
You really want me to reply to all of that? You must be happy or something.
It's Lego One Piece special. So not a full season.
Okay, no. We're gonna rewind this because
Okay.
that's not the
Right.
same question that you asked Deon. See, now don't try to change it now. Because here's the thing. I do think One Piece has been overexposed.
Mm,
And the reason is
Okay.
because it's become exposed to the point to where everybody wants to use Luffy as their monocle. Like, all these countries and stuff have made it more political. Oh no,
So wait,
no,
wait.
no, no, no,
No,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no.
no.
Now you're gonna let me finish this. You're gonna let me finish this.
No,
Nah,
I was gonna.
because
I was
see,
gonna
it's
briefly.
become such a political turmoil at this point that we don't know how Oda feels about it. See, that's one thing nobody even wants to talk about it. See, and not to mention now, see, Deon said he called it the Teen Titans Go effect. I call it the American Dragon effect. Yeah, take it back on you, little. Now, see, the thing about it is that One Piece is a great show in its original form. And its original form is not the anime. Its original form is the manga. That to me is Oda's masterpiece of all this other stuff. You know, as far as I'm concerned, it's just another paycheck to him. He had health issues. He got bills to pay.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
My bad,
bro,
no, you're fine. I love
when
it.
It comes,
I love it all.
You see what I'm saying? Like when it comes to how Americans do things, bro. Now, this is the problem that we face in America. How come when it comes over to the States, we feel like we got to change it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm not, for all the sensitive people, I can't call it a certain wash, but it definitely is American washed. I'll call it that. I am sick and tired of people trying to American wash.
It's definitely whitewashed. It's sanitized for the masses. It's a corporate branded management team taking over One Piece and creating this tomfoolery, Uncle Tom step and dance for a major bag bullshit. I say, cancel me. I'll say it, bro.
Like, see, the question is why is America? Why are the people in America forcing other countries to do what they want? Now, see why, like even from an American standpoint, it sucks. Like it's almost like they feel like they got to, bro. We not even gonna talk about what they do to our own culture. Come on now,
bro. Speaking of our own culture, they keep talking about how Oda signs off on all of this shit, right? So did George Lucas with Christmas specials and dumb shit for Star Wars. Does it take away from the original stuff being the best?
Exactly.
On,
like they're always trying to say something for some more money, bro. Bro, I swear, bro. It is the love of greed that is the root of all evil.
If this was so good, if this was so non-American and so good and actually for One Piece fans and not for the culture of making money, why is the live action team taking the voices of the Legos?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You didn't know? Yeah. Just like the Japanese version of the live action uses the original anime for the Japanese. The Lego is using the Americans. Come on, bro. All it is a contract.
So
don't get me started on this.
So let me put this perspective. I'm gonna do something quick. First of all, I love both these gentlemen for two reasons. Because they know how to take something and continue it. So I'm not surprised by that. The funny part is, and I'll play devil's advocate for a second. I'm surprised I have to do this. I can feel like this is for kids, super young kids at that. So
it's the taller version.
So like 5, 6, and younger. I'll get that out of the way. Also, you're appealing to Lego, which is also mainly a kid thing. Ultimately,
no, you want to know what this is, bro? Sorry to cut you off, Brandon, but I gotta clarify something. You want to know what this is? This is Netflix's way of gaining the masses that they lost because people were saying that Netflix was overly sexualized and for adults. This is their way of saying, well, we can make something for kids too. Give us your money for that too. Now Nami's too sexual. It's okay. We'll make something for kids.
I mean, what do you mean Nami's too sexual? What are you talking about? Because
the controversy all over the internet was how Nami was supposed to be sexualized. She needs to be more sexual in the anime or in the new show. In the live action, her chest wasn't big enough. And all these girls are walking around in bikinis. How can our kids watch this? What? You don't want them in bikinis? Okay, we'll make Legos versions.
Here's the 2 problems with that. One, that's a cop out because it's also saying you're not going with the original source material for that. And 2, if I had to be totally honest, the version of One Piece that's still running isn't for children.
It's easy to do it because the show itself is not sexualized in script. It's only the optics. So if you change the optics, like turning them into little yellow brick people, then you take away the sexualization, right?
But
It's not like they're on there making out and doing all type of sexual stuff. So
but
if you change the optics, it's now for kids.
but
The
see,
same way Saturday morning cartoons did it by taking away the cigarette from Sanji and putting a sucker in his mouth.
That's what I'm saying. But
yeah,
now we also have to look at it this way too, because like
yeah.
they have One Piece heroines coming out, or is it out already? Now, how are you gonna talk about the sexualization, but then you put out an entire show that's based off the sexualization on them?
Because you had people saying, wait, sexual? It's not sexual enough.
But
Oh, okay, well,
okay,
let's put something out for them too.
but
You don't
okay.
like Frosted Flakes? We got Raisin Bran. I'm telling you, bro, it's a brand. It is no longer a show. They're just giving out whatever they. If it's not, where is the Legos Dragon Ball Z? Arguably a way bigger anime franchise than One
If
Piece.
we're
Where
if
is
we're
the
going
Legos
if,
version of that?
if we're going down that road, Dion, where's Legos Naruto? And that's
Where
here.
is Legos Naruto?
Okay,
Where is the remake of Naruto with all of its filler?
don't make
Come
money.
on, man.
Let me get back to my devil's advocate.
Naruto arguably has the same amount, if not more, filler than
Yes.
One Piece 101. One Piece has more episodes, so of course it has more filler. But 101,
Mm.
where's the remake?
I, I,
Where's the kid version? Where's the Legos? Where's the live action? It's
like,
money, bro.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm get back to devil's advocate. Then I'll apply the thing. Other part of me says, if you're gonna make this alongside Lego, I'm okay with that. You should made a couple other things. Lego Ninjago was the one thing I kind of thought in my back of my brain, like, oh, they made a little kids' first show about colors that were in the Lego world. We have the Lego movies to
Well,
go back on to.
Ninjago is its own world.
Correct. It is.
Lego Ninjago Studios. It's its own world.
Correct. You have the Lego movies that's also own world, Lego Batman. I mean, actually, this is kind of the point. Lego Batman. Lego Batman's a thing. So I'm like, okay, you made Lego Batman, and Batman's pretty big in the comic world. So I'm
But
not.
Batman already sold itself to the conglomerate. Batman already was a pervertonized cartoon multiple times before it ever came out. Batman already sold itself more times than we can even count to anything, cereal brands, cartoon draws, like everything. So yeah, a Lego Batman makes sense.
I, if this is I feel like this is a one-off thing for like.
That's what we said about the Vegas showing. That's what we said about the live action. That's what we
Yeah,
said about the cartoon being remade. Now he got a whole nother remake. But
they did say I'm saying I'm playing devil's advocate again. They did say special. They didn't say season, which is what's kind of
everything
fun.
is a special. Everything is a special, and
Yeah.
then the special takes off, and then it's a, oh, we're gonna make a Christmas special. Oh, we're gonna make a Halloween special. Oh, we're gonna make a summertime special. Everything's a special. It's a test. It's a test run. It's a test run. We had the Lego movie, right? The Lego movie was a test run. After the Lego movie came everything else. Lego Batman. Notice everything was in the Lego movie, right? Oh, who's gonna do good? Oh, Lego Batman took off. Let's make one. It's man.
I'm going outside devil advocate for a second. I'll say this: it is kind of weird they're doing it. It is also kind of odd they're doing this. I did not know about the voice actors. Chris. I didn't know the voice actors from the American live action were going to do the voices for the Lego stuff. That's kind of odd. Secondly, I feel like if we go any further, your next thing will be you're going to make a. I know, if I say this, Deon's going to throw up in his mouth for a second. They're going to make a legitimately One Piece kids cartoon on like Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network.
No, it's gonna be on Netflix.
That too, but you know what I mean. Like you're literally going to get a kids like cartoon show at that point without the Lego stuff.
Netflix got the bag and the contract from Oda, and they're running with it. And they're trying to build their anime campaign behind it. Look at what we're doing with One Piece, guys. Come over here to us, give us these contracts. Let's make this money together, Mappa. Let's make this money together, Toy. Let's make this money together. And now you can see what we can do for you versus what Crunchyroll is doing versus what everyone else is doing. Come to us. Let's build this anime platform now based off of look at what we did with One Piece. We brought it back from having almost negative fan base because it was going for a break and now everybody's talking about it's too long, it's too long, it's too long. Look what we did for it. We rebranded it. We made it. We fixed everything everyone complained about by giving them something of their own.
Guess what? You know what this just means? This cancel culture is the most toxic ish that's ever walked across America.
Oh yeah, cancel culture is just bad in general, but that's another topic for another day.
But this is the cause of all of it.
Yeah, it is.
This is the cause.
Cancel culture is the American version of racism, and I'll say that again so that people can understand it. We know that racism is a construct that the Romans created to divide nations and to divide a people so that they can take over people a lot easier. Cancel culture is the American version of racism. It should not exist. We can handle individual situations, yes. We can handle things that need to be addressed, like abusing women, sexual trafficking, all these other things that we can handle people being racist, we can handle people being prejudiced, all this transgender phobia, all this stuff. We can handle those individually, but let's not attack the world and create these segregated forms of life by creating this what we call cancel culture now. It happened because Black Lives Matter took over too much of the world. The Me Too movement took over too much of the world. And so it was like, well, okay, well, we can't say this, we can't do that, we can't be this, we can't be that. And instead of people trying to fix things, they blame people for things, and they blame. Y'all finna get me on this whole like political rant.
The last thing y'all want me to do is start getting.
I was gonna say something, but you bring up a point that I also feel like is gonna kind of. I will say this: if this is good, you're gonna have a lot of people go, "Oh, that's pretty good."
Oh, it's gonna be amazing to some people. B.
I would like to see more of it.
That's not the point.
But you're also
that's why I call it the Teen Titans Go effect.
But you're also
Teen Titans Go is amazing to people.
Yeah. You also have the other problem.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Other people are gonna say this is kind of bad, and they're gonna just blast the comments about it. The problem is the ink's already dry. The project's already been signed. Things are already in motion. No matter what happens, we're already in this point of it's already signed, so delivered, gentlemen. There's nothing they can do. And the thing about it is, if this was a one-off thing, cool. But it feels like you say, Deon, like Chris mentioned, they have to use the company they got for One Piece, and now they have to make all this stuff with it before it runs out. Problem is, you can't throw everything to the wall and hope it sticks. You can't make sure you just can't see everything come out and go, all right, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. And oddly enough, all these projects have happened within like 3 months of each other. No questions asked. Like,
See, I
a
feel
year of
like
each other.
everything is sticking. They're throwing everything at the wall and it is sticking, so they keep throwing shit. The One Piece live action should have never happened.
That's the
Granted,
only.
a lot of people love it. Yay, whatever. It should have never happened. It's the Flashpoint paradox. It should have never happened. Life goes on, yes, but look at what happens now. Had it happened and it failed, you think we'd be getting a Lego One Piece?
Oh no, absolutely not. That is
We
not.
wouldn't have the voice actors for it.
That's correct.
If it failed, you think we'd be getting a remake?
Oh no, absolutely not.
My thought process about everything is if it's not for you, it's not for you. That's fine.
Well, here's the thing.
Why are we remaking it to be for you?
Here's the thing. I've said
if it's not for you, go find another show to watch. I'm sorry.
Dang.
Bro, go watch your Naruto.
Anime is not.
Most One Piece haters are Naruto fans, bro.
And it's so crazy because I remember I saw this clip. I saw a couple of these clips from DreamCon, and I forget one of the. It's the guy. It's the bald headed guy that wears the police outfit, Chris. And he asked,
the guy with the vest.
Yeah, it talks about the hot takes.
Tactical vest.
I remember he asked this guy what was his hot take, and he said, "One Piece isn't that long." And I remember the clip. There's a guy behind him that walks behind them two filming, and stops. He goes, "Repeat what you say?" And he goes, oh, sorry. I said One Piece isn't that long." And he kind of dabs him up and leaves. I'm like, oh. I was like, man, I forget about people say One Piece. I've heard people say.
If you take out all of the fillers, One Piece is really not that long.
It's not that long. It's probably
leave the fillers. Leave the fillers.
And no
One Piece isn't
that long. Don't watch it without it because some of the fillers are actually good. But you will only know that if you watch them.
See, here's the thing about One Piece, bro. When I grew up watching One Piece, we had commercials.
Oh yeah,
we had to wait the next week for the next episode. We had to make sure that we remember which episode we watched and what moment we watched it so that we wouldn't skip something or that we wouldn't be out of order. You have a linear version of One Piece that you have mind you, they're only 18-minute long. We have 18 to 24 minutes if you watch the title and everything. You have a linear version of One Piece that you can watch. You can fast forward through all the cutscenes and all this stuff if you want to, but you don't have to. And you're looking at about where's my Google? I'm gonna say it's only like a few hours.
I think they said if you watched it through completely, it would take you a good amount of time, but it's not as long as it would actually. It's not as long as people think. It's not that crazy. Which is funny because it shouldn't be that crazy ultimately.
Bro, it's 19 days.
Okay, yeah, it's not that crazy. It's not even more than a month. It's not less. It's like half a month. Not even that.
It's 450 hours.
Wow, that's not
altogether. Seems like a lot, right?
Yeah, that's a lot.
450 hours. How much TV do you watch a day, Brandon? You personally?
Oh, okay, when you say TV, you actually mean cable, like cable TV, live TV, or are you talking about
just shows? Period.
Just shows.
Whether you're streaming it, whether you're on YouTube, shows.
Maybe 3 hours a day. Maybe not.
3 hours.
3 hours on average.
3 hours on average.
Mhm.
That's 150 days of you watching 3 hours of Netflix of One Piece. 150 days. That's 3 months.
Okay. Yeah. The
Well,
thing is,
it's 5 months.
yeah, 5 months. Yeah.
5 months if you watch your 3 hours of anime every day, 7 days a week. 3 months. You know how much you have to watch to catch up in a year?
I don't know, but you're gonna give me the math, I assume.
It's about an hour a day.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah. That's what I said. That's what I said.
An hour a day. That means you can watch an episode every day while you're on the shitter and catch up to One Piece. You can have One Piece playing in the background while you take your shower, brush your teeth, get ready for work, and you've been caught up on One Piece.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing, and we'll get into charts on the top. We'll get into charts, but we'll end up here. Funnily enough, I'm gonna ask these two questions, and I don't think I'm gonna get the answers for both of y'all. I know probably the answers for both of y'all, but I'm gonna ask them anyway. First off, your hype levels for this, and are you gonna actually watch it? And then the second thing I'm gonna ask is there a show that's gonna have this level of hype ever again, where it's gonna get so much content made out of it? So I'll start off with Chris for this. First off, Chris, what's your hype level for this? And you're actually gonna watch it. And then, do you think that there's a show that's gonna ever get this level of content created for it ever again?
Now, just to be clear, we're still talking about the One Piece, or we talking about the One Piece remake?
One Piece Lego. So we're saying for One Piece Lego, are you gonna watch it?
No.
And then, okay, and the hype level. I'm guessing the hype level.
No,
Yeah.
I have no desire to watch it, nor which means I also have a 0 level of hype for it.
Okay.
Like, bro, Brandon, me and you talked about this earlier, bro. I did deliberately wait seasons on end to watch the original anime One Piece. Why the heck would I go out my way to catch up with a Lego set, bro? After they're already finna come out with the Wit Studio remake, and then on top of already having the bruh, like I just said, that One Piece is overexposed. This is it. Why do we need so many versions telling the same daggone story, bro? Like that is asinine.
And then, do you see another anime? Do you see another anime
what?
getting to this level?
Yes. Yes. Actually, I do.
Which one?
If there are certain shows out there that could, if played right, they can last generations. So because I mean, when we think about the hype, One Piece is hype. Now, if your question was, do I ever think will there ever be another anime that will be used politically in the same way that One Piece has, or had the same kind of influence? Then no. But as far as hype, bro, we're going to see it next season when Solo Leveling and all of them come back out. Demon Slayer comes back out. I mean, bro, like, right, once these shows come out, bro, like, One Piece is going to become an afterthought compared to some of these when they come out. Okay. Let's just keep it honest.
Deon, now to you. Before we get to charts, and I'll give you my answer as we get to charts. What's your hype level? Are you going to watch this Lego thing? And same with the question I asked Chris. Do you think there's going to be a show that's going to get to the level of One Piece of like they'll have a bunch of shows, they'll have a bunch of things, they'll partner with a bunch of things in the coming years, months, years, whatever.
Am I gonna watch it? Yes, of course I'm gonna watch it. How can I talk trash about something I haven't seen? So I'm gonna watch it. Hype level? Absolutely none.
Okay.
Do I feel like there's anything that can be this way again? No. I don't feel like there's anything that's ever gonna be on this level with One Piece simply because of this. Anime are now afraid to get long.
Okay.
They're afraid to get long. You have to be long in order to be multi-generational, like One Piece is. One Piece is
Okay.
only as big as it is because it carried over into generations. Naruto hasn't carried over into generations. This generation has Boruto, but they're not actually watching that. One Piece is still going throughout about two full generations, possibly three generations, of continued episodes. So I don't feel like there'll be another one like this just because they're closing season 3 and ending chapters, and then it's like we don't have manga that are going as long as One Piece has. Now, I want to say something because I just looked this up and it really just completely pissed me off. People say that One Piece is long. Why is Naruto longer than One Piece?
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
One
Um,
Piece is 420 hours. Naruto is 446 hours. Where's the Naruto hate?
yeah, nope, can't really explain that. Um,
That's all I'm
which
saying.
is
You go ahead. I bet.
no, you're good. You're good. I'll put it this way: hype level like a 1. I'm interested. I'll watch it. I watched Lego stuff in the past. I've watched some movies, but I have watched like Ninjago. I've seen like Batman a little bit, so I understand them. To the answer to the other side of the question I gave y'all is about where can something get to this level? Soul leveling. You said it, Chris. Soul leveling is one of those shows where I think it can get to this level of they will make a bunch of stuff for it. They will run it to the ground because that show is just the way it is. It's not as long as One Piece. That is something Deon did bring up. There's some shows that are as long as One Piece, but in terms of hype, in terms of just people getting into it, Soul leveling is that one. But yeah, it's gonna divide people. I get it, but I think that's because people don't understand what they're looking forward to. I end up saying this. I'll say this right here. I don't think should this happen. No. Does it need to happen? No. Is it happening for the right reasons? Probably not. But the thing is, it's happening because of what the show is. If you said any other title but One Piece, this probably wouldn't be a thing. This would just be a leaf in the wind. It would be nothing. But One Piece holds that weight, and that weight is there because of that. Because of what One Piece is. So we'll see where it goes. We'll see what happens. But as of now, I think it's just we just have to see if it does anything good. If it doesn't, if it has good but people don't like it, fine. If people hate it, fine. But no, regardless, it's out there now. That's going to be a thing. Let's get into the summer season. Anime Corner week 2, which is very interesting. So we have this right. Which mogul is at 1 with 2 spots. Thought I am in fan and villainous at 2, came at 2. Jabba's dropped a spot to 3. Saga of Tale of the Evil dropped 3 spots to 4. Smoking Behind a Supermarket with You up 2 spots to 5. Love Unseen Between the Clear Night Sky went up 11 spots to 6. That's kind of insane. I Want to Love You Till You Die Day went up 2 spots to 7. The 100 Girlfriend to Really Love Me went down 3 spots to 8. You and I are polar opposites went down 3 spots to 9. And Gravity Blue Season 3 went down 6 spots to 10. Chris, what do you think about this chart?
Okay, firstly, these charts, both of them can kiss my behind. But I have not even seen Jagged War. I don't know if it's good, so I'm gonna give it a pass. Though I am a in-depth villainous brown, this is a trope I'm getting tired of. It's always a villainous girl female, and I admittedly They do a good job at them, but it seems like all of them have the same personality. It's kind of it's crazy. Jobless, hey, Jobless is going to be probably stay in the top 10 all season. Saga of Tanya the Evil. If you haven't seen season 1, go rewatch it. That's actually that's actually an underdog right of this season. The rest of these are just, bro. Brandon, I'm surprised you haven't said anything about 100 Girlfriends.
I haven't watched it yet. And I actually, I'm wanting to, but I'm avoiding it because I'm like, the first girl we meet, the new girl, is kind of odd. I saw a picture of her, like the new girl.
I'm getting tired of them introducing new girls, but I get it.
Yeah, we're still gonna try to get to 100. By the way, that's the problem with this. So I'm like, the new girl seems kind of odd, and I wonder how they're gonna explain her against everybody else. I haven't looked at it yet. That was one I was like, I'll wait till I finish.
So,
but
yeah, that's how I feel about this chart. I mean, all these other ones are kind of just like the regular ones we see year after year, season after season. Don't really they don't really pique my interest, but I'm sure they're good for somebody.
I will give a honorable mention for Deon because I have been watching Soaking My Supermarket with you. That's actually really good. I'm still halfway through season 1.
Fire.
Oh yeah, it's interesting. I like the dialogue and the way they do that whole thing for them too. The two characters for that.
Bro, it's such a simple show.
Oh yeah, very, very simple.
But it's so fire.
What do you think about this chart, Deon? As you see it, the top 10.
I mean, I don't like it, but it is what it is.
I love the fact we had a long conversation about One Piece. This is like what we're all like, man, this chart sucks. I love it. That's basically that's funny. It's great. That's great.
It makes sense for anime though. Anime corner for sure, but
yeah, it does make sense.
It's just I'm so into sleepers right now to not see a lot of them on here, and I guarantee you they're in the 20s on the actual list. It's
so Kaiju Girl is 11, Demon of the Shadow Realm is 12, Time I Get Reincarnated Slime is 13, Spark of Tomorrow is 14, Clevitus is 15, Young Ladies Who Don't Play Fighting Games, give that a 16. I'll take it. I will gladly take that. Chain Smoker Cat is 17. That's gonna hit the top 10 once this season. It's gonna hit it once, just because. Nowhere, or how it's gonna hit it once. The Ghost in the Shell is 18. Rich Girl Caretaker is 19. Black Torch is 20. So some of the sleepers are right behind the main stuff. So that upper that top 10. So we can see some stuff move. Old Country Bumpkin is 25. Tomb Raider King is 29.
That saddens me.
The Frontier Lord begins with 0 subjects at 30.
That's okay.
Yeah. Draw This or Die at 35.
That's okay.
Hell Mode is 36. Flyer Game is 38, which I've not watched yet. Oh, y'all don't like this. The Villager level 99 is 39.
That's okay. I figured it'd be high. It wouldn't be a sleeper if people actually watched it.
That's also fair. Cat and Dragon 53. It's lower than Draw This and Die.
It just gives more legitimacy to what Deon was saying.
Yeah, that's what you imagine. Draw This is a female-led romance, slice of life. It is.
Yeah, so that's the ones we've been keeping up with. It's gonna be interesting to see where this chart ends up. Yeah, Chris, go to the other chart real quick. Why he's doing that? Get Cat and the Dragon episode 3. We'll get into that in a second. But Chris, go through that chart for us.
All right, so jumping into this next chart, bro. I like this one, even though I still hate it. It's still bitter. At number 1, we have Jabba's Reincarnation. 2, we have Ghost in the Shell. 3, Reincarnated as a Slime. 4, 100 Girlfriends. 5, Jaguar. 6, Demons of the Shadow Realm. 7, You and I are polar opposites. 8, Tanya, Saga of the Evil. And 9, Clevitus. And 10, Chain Smoking Cat.
So
Honorable mentions: Smoking Behind the Supermarket, number 11.
Okay.
Let's see, what else we got in here? Sparks of Tomorrow, 16.
Okay.
Let's see, Frontiers of the Zero Subject is number 20. Let's see. Yeah, all these other ones are probably just ones that I'm watching, but yeah.
On
Exile
your
Knights,
list, what
Heavy Knight,
where is like
30.
for overshadow to overpowered or roll over and die or
Oh,
strongest shade or
let me look at.
like where's Grand Blue?
Grand Blue on mine was.
It's 14 on this list.
Okay. Looking for overshadow.
Overshadow.
And the other ones you
overpowered.
mentioned haven't made top 20 on this other list.
See, sleepers, bro, that are actually really
Well,
good.
I don't see overshadow and overpowered on here, but it should be. I'm gonna look at a little bigger so I can see it. Yeah, I don't see it on this list. For some weird reason, it's not on here. Yeah, it's odd.
It's all good. Just checking.
Yeah, it's not on here, which is weird. I know it came out, so it should be on there, but I don't see it on there.
Yeah, you know what? It may be left over from last season.
It could be. It could be. That's the other thing too. Yeah, those charts are interesting. I'm not gonna say it outright, but I think Chainsmoker Hat will get in the corner top 10 for both sides because I think that's one people are gonna keep kind of fun with. I think Slime's a guarantee for, or not Slime, Jobless is a guarantee to stay in the top 10 for both times. Outside of that, I think everything else can be fluid. I think Behind Supermarket will get in the top 10 eventually. That's also a guarantee, but that we don't really know. But yeah, let's get into the episodes tonight. We'll start off with Cat and Dragon. The Cat and the Dragon. Episode 3. Episode 3 was interesting. Episode 3 was kind of fun. I appreciate where episode 3 is going. But at the same time, I will say this: episode 3 actually gives us more story, and that story is really interesting. What it builds up to. Where it ends up, I don't know. But in a second, I will say 3, 2, 1, and then we're going. Gentlemen, you ready?
Let's let it roll.
Let's go.
All right. So 3, 2, 1. Let's go. The Cat and the Dragon, episode 3, The Kittens and the Winged Uncle. I love how they call him Winged Uncle. That's kind of cute. I will say, I don't know if y'all know this so far this season, We have a couple hype songs, but there's not as many I thought there would be.
Yeah, so what?
A couple hype songs, like openings.
Oh yeah, there are a few good openings this season.
There's a few good ones, but there's not as many I thought there would be. But there are a few good ones. I'm like, okay, they did better from last
I
season.
think there are some you haven't heard yet that are really good.
True. I know. I haven't heard new season Club just. I think have I heard new season Club just? I have. I've heard. I haven't heard new season Club just yet. I haven't heard one other one that I want to hear. I want to hear. I'm actually surprised Chris is not having excuses overload right now because this intro is way too like sweet. It's like sweet,
It's too cute.
but I like the way it makes it so simple to prove a point to you. He's like on a rampage. Cats who can use Vine Whip and like electric shock. That's so weird.
Remember, then they just look like cats. They're magical beasts called kythes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they do call them. Which is funny. They call. So why don't keep them? Never mind. I get why you call them cats in this sense because cats will be easier than calling them the actual name. But it's also kind of funny because I would think you just call them name makes more sense. But I get.
Yeah. I mean, they look like normal city cats.
Mm-hmm. Until their tails start glowing.
Mm-hmm.
I do love the fact that these cat like creatures do have like,
Our cats.
yeah, they legitimately can do some of the stuff they're doing. I'm like, okay, it's not surprising.
But most importantly, he didn't have to go to the town and really mess something up.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, that's actually
Wait,
that's something I've never heard happening, but somehow makes somewhat sense.
Never mind. So did he heal them, and that's why they're all about to?
He said they're energized.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
They're using that word instead of the other word. I was thinking, good thing.
It's funny, but like you said, Chris, it do make sense.
You're right.
It does make sense.
Like out of all the animes I've watched of people giving birth, that has never happened at all.
Because most time it does. Most time it doesn't make sense. They just kind of do it. Well, that's what they call him, Winged Uncle. That's really cute. So they get so
Mhm. That's like a bunch of kids.
but like a small cat, and they're like, oh, you have small claws and this and your wings, and yeah, they're like little children basically. That's great. That is.
Your mom's dad's brother's friend.
I was like, do they have to specify that way?
Wow.
But it's kind of great though. That kind of like the family lineage. You get like the uncles, cousins, that kind of whole situation. It's great. That's actually kind of funny. Wait, but how old is the mom at this point? Because the mom be like,
We're not going to ask that question because remember, she raised both the dragon and the demon dragon thing.
Demon Dragon. Well, yeah, that's true. She did raise both of them, but it's also like you must be like a couple hundred years old at this point for as much as she's done. I love like eyes coming out of the forest. That little shot. It's really well done. He was so enamored.
Just what he told each generation.
Yeah.
All right then.
That's insane to think about. They all took out a bear together.
Mm-hmm.
Spreading through the land.
Mm-hmm.
How the world did he do that?
He practiced.
Okay, so that was episode 3 of the Cat and the Dragon. The Cats and the Dragon. I will say episode 3 is interesting because episode 3 kind of sticks with the cats and the winged uncle, which is a dragon, and kind of goes through a couple of years of them, these kids having kids and getting to learn about the land and everything. We get to this last group. The last group, the bigger of the main groups that we learn about, where they're more rambunctious, they're more different. They take down a bear. That's spreading through the land. Some of them have been gone to princes and things, so it kind of references episode two a little bit about the little boy. There's a lot here. I feel like they're doing a good job building the story, but I also feel like they're giving everybody the time. Where it goes, I don't know. Chris, I'm gonna ask you first. What do you think about this episode?
This is probably one of the wholesome episodes. I mean, it was cute, not overly cute. I mean, it was watching, but it is kind of becoming predictive. Like, okay, he in a generation after generation after generation. Like, okay, okay, this third episode. I mean, I want to give y'all the benefit of the doubt, but y'all still have yet to show me where this is going as a story. And I gotta admit, as entertaining as it is, I still find it somewhat boring.
Okay. Deon, do you have the same kind of tact, or is there another way you want to take this? What do you think about this episode?
Yeah, he must have fell asleep.
I feel like this episode is not a stopgap, but in between where we're headed and where we're going. Where we're headed is that we're going to see where all the kids ended up. Where we're going is, or where we're headed is where we see all the kids up. Where we're ultimately going, I don't know, because there's no real clear-cut goal here. I don't know if we're going to see more of their backstories and lives, or there's going to be more of this. We don't know. It's not boring to me yet, but it's more or less of a story thing. It's more or less of where is it ending up? I see
Exactly.
I see it as a way of maybe not good, but okay. Chris, what would you give this episode for a rating?
Bro, I'm going to give it a nice, comfy 7.7. Like, it was good. It was complete. Like, we saw these kittens be raised from birth to the time they left, and it was okay. It was a simple story in the simplest form. That's why I give it a 7.7.
Okay. I would probably end up giving it. What would I give it? I'd probably give it right at 7.5, so a little under you, but I think simple story, very easygoing, nothing too crazy. I will say it is kind of a slow burn, but a very simple slow burn. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like this show is gonna be good, but I think this show has a lot to kind of live up to. That's the other issue. But yeah, it works. It ultimately does work. I will say this: if you're into something simple and something very easy to learn about, I think the show does a good job with that. But it's not super deep. It's not something that's going to knock your socks off. But I will say this: we'll end stream right here. We'll come back next week. Technically, we'll do episode 4 of Dragon. We'll probably keep Dragon. We'll do episode 3 of Draw This and Die. If episode 3 does not work out for Draw This and Die, we'll probably drop it and go with Covenant. That's the guarantee.
No arguments here.
But ultimately, we need to see episode 3 first. But we had a long conversation One Piece. I figured the conversation would take long anyway. But ultimately, that was a conversation we needed to have about One Piece and Lego, and that was all great. If that makes sense. So I will say that we will see where Draw This and Die ends up. But if it doesn't end up well for episode 3, then it's ultimately drop faster. I think Cat and Dragon will be fine because the story is there, the premise is there. They can make it interesting. And I've already seen episode 4, and I'll say episode 4 is a lot better. where episode 3 ends off. So that's all good and dandy.
Okay.
But we'll be back for next week for episode 170 of the Anime Dojo. Look into the other charts for week 4 for Reddit and week 4 for Anime Corner, and then we'll do the episodes. There shouldn't be much news, anything else coming out, hopefully. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. But ultimately, there shouldn't be much news, and then we can just kind of roll things through things. But I do thank you all for watching. I hope you did enjoy this journey. Keep on this journey with us. This journey is going to be so much fun. I think the summer season is going to get better. The shows we're watching are kind of in the different places. They're more on the wholesome, sweet, kind of that end of the spectrum. But if we had Collector's Puzzles, we'll have more of that fighting and rough story behind it. But I do thank Deon and Chris for joining me. I do thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy it. Next time. See you.
Deuce.